Hello, welcome to another video. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. I am the Health Nut Diabetic and I'm here to talk about diabetes again today. I hope this video helps you if you are dealing with diabetes yourself or have a loved one that you help with diabetes. So I want to talk about today, and this is purely my opinion. This is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. Do not take this as medical advice, but I am just someone who has diabetes and has been, had my own personal experience over the years, okay? I'm going to talk about today what kind of doctor should you see, in my opinion, if you are diabetic. So one of the biggest mistakes I have seen a lot of diabetics make is only going to a general doctor. General doctors, I am not saying are not good doctors, but they are not specialists, okay? When they go to medical school, they learn a wide variety of things. They're kind of a jack of all trades, and they don't specialize in one particular area of medicine, okay? Unless they go back to school and add on and become a specialist in something. So in general, the best doctor for any kind of diabetic, type 2, type 1, or latent type 1, is to go see what's called an endocrinologist. This is extremely important. An endocrinologist is a specialist. They've gone to school extra years to understand the endocrine system, the pancreas system, or the pancreas, the organs that have to do with blood sugar, that have to do with diabetes, etc. They are the experts in that, and they just will have such a wider variety of knowledge on diabetes and the different treatments for diabetes, okay? And they will generally have an assistant who is what's called usually a diabetic nurse, and generally they are very good too. They know about all the different kinds of medications that are available to type 1s and type 2s. They understand usually, they have somewhat working nutrition knowledge usually for diabetics. Obviously this can vary, okay, and everybody's experience is going to be different, but this is all they deal with all day long are diabetic patients, okay? Not a patient who comes in with a broken arm, or a patient who comes in with high cholesterol, or a patient who comes in with a cold, okay? Like, that's all things that general doctors deal with. Endocrinologists don't. They just deal with people with generally endocrine disorders, such as thyroid disorders or diabetes and metabolic disorders. Okay, so that is what their expertise is in. I went to many general doctors before I finally got in to see an endocrinologist. You actually have to have a referral. So my advice is to ask your general doctor and be a little pushy if you need to, because nobody's going to advocate for your health really but you. That's something I really would love people to remember. Nobody's going to be your advocate except you. So you are responsible for advocating for yourself and for your health care. Okay, so really push for a referral to an endocrinologist, because you will have the best access and best chance of getting really good treatment, getting on the right medications, getting on the right protocol, getting your diet in order, like feeling better. Like, the whole goal, right, is to feel healthy and feel better, even though you're diabetic. Because the years that I was untreated as a diabetic, I felt terrible. I was exhausted all the time. I had brain fog. My hands and ankles swelled. I was just such a mess, and it was awful. I feel so sad that I suffered for so many years like that, because even, on the protocol that I'm on now, on insulin, I feel 10 times better than I did in my 20s, or when I was 15 years younger, okay, when I was supposed to be feeling really good. And that's very sad to me sometimes, that those years were robbed of me. If I just would have gotten into an endocrinologist, gotten the right testing done. That's another thing. Endocrinologists will know what tests to run, okay? They will know what tests to do, to give a full picture of what is going on with your endocrine system. So you'll get the right tests. You'll hopefully get the right tests, hopefully get the right medications, hopefully get the right treatment protocol for you. because everyone is a little different. What a general doctor is probably going to do is give you a kind of a general protocol that they usually give every diabetic. But every diabetic is not the same, okay? There are huge variations of diabetes. Again, like type 1 is totally different than type 2. Like my protocol is totally different than a family member that I have who's a type 2. He is able to control his diabetes in a way that I would never be able to control mine. So his protocol would never work for me, and my protocol would probably not work for him. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like trying to stick everybody into one kind of peg hole, and you're just going to get a really general treatment of diabetes. I have tried to talk that family member also into going to an endocrinologist, and the sad part is a lot of the only people that get sent to endocrinologists are type 1s, but I feel that it is very beneficial for everybody. Latent type 1s, type 2s, and type 1s, of course, have to have very specialized and, close care of an endocrinologist, okay? Just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, and again, be your own advocate, guys. I can't say this enough. Nobody's going to advocate for your health, your well-being, you feeling better than you. So I highly recommend anyone who has diabetes or thinks they have diabetes to really push for that referral to an endocrinologist so you can get the testing, the treatment, and the help that you need to start feeling better and being healthy. Because ideally you want to keep those sugars under control, because that is what determines if you're going to have the other damage to your body that is caused by diabetes. And high sugars is what causes, your feet to go numb, and organ damage and your eye damage and so forth, is the elevated sugars. So you want to keep those. It's very, very important to keep those under control. And part of keeping them under control is having the right medical care and the right treatment and protocol for you. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.